They wouldn't let me in. What? Yeah, I'm not kidding. It just wouldn't let me in. What?
Oh, sorry about that, man. I think I have to click on you to let you in.
Oh, is that what it was? Because I kept trying to get in, and I was like,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
and I kept going all the way out and coming all the way back in again.
It's like that movie, Let Me In. It's like you're not supposed to let the vampire in, but you still
Yeah,
do it for
you gotta
some
invite,
reason.
you gotta invite the vampire in, and a plate of cookies doesn't go uh, astray either. Just saying.
Blood cookies.
The thing is you can use blood instead of eggs.
Did someone say cookies? Who cookies?
I've heard of applesauce.
No,
Instead
actually,
of-
blood will make your cookies
Cookies.
pull together.
And how did you learn this? Was this on the set of Nightmare on Elm Street or something?
It's it's common knowledge amongst us of vampiric lore.
Okay.
Vampiric lore, come on, baby. You know I'm working it here.
I picked the wrong movie. I think I have Lady Frankenstein behind me.
I think you do. And by the way,
Actually,
how far we've
It's
come.
Phantom Carriage, I think. What? Go ahead. What?
How far we've come.
I updated a spreadsheet, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh,
All of the episodes we've ever done.
It's so many spreadsheets.
no, you're kidding me. Really?
And
Why
we
would
haven't
you-
repeated anything. It's amazing.
Really? We didn't repeat anything?
Nope.
That is now that's pretty good. You gotta admit.
We played a couple episodes twice. Like, one particular was like Jacques Haitkin when he passed away. We replayed the episode, for example.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah. Actually, that isn't... I don't know if that is Lady Frankenstein. I forgot what movie I picked.
Oh, that's oh wow. That's a Maitland, isn't it?
Is that
Movie-
Phantom Carriage? Like a really good looking copy of it? I don't know. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
Oh no, that's Lugosi, so that's gotta be I love this. This makes for great radio. Is us trying to look at this.
Well, I mean, we want people to come to our
Oh.
YouTube channels to see our pretty faces.
That might be White Zombie. I think that might be White Zombie. You never know.
Okay,
Right?
it is White Zombie.
Oh, nailed it. No, that's
1932.
that's definitely White Zombie because I remember that scene. The guy with the-
1932.
Yeah, and the guy with the cowboyish hat. Oh yeah, that's White Zombie for sure. Okay, all right. You know what? Enough of you and your thing. And
I was just
whatever.
trying to be like
enough of you and whatever that was.
Oh, so I changed I moved raised my desk,
Mm-hmm.
and I have put wheels on it. Can roll it around.
Oh, are you standing now?
Yeah.
You look like you're standing. Woohoo! He dances. He dances.
Anyway, well, I could do that sitting down, but I mean, but no, the room has gotten bigger because I feel
Yeah,
like it's enormous now.
I think you need to tilt your camera down just a little bit because you're not standing all the way up into frame.
Well, the thing is, I was gonna step like this when I
Really want to make a point.
Yeah, but then you're talking. Then your mouth is underneath the line.
Oh, uh-oh.
No.
Pay no attention to the man behind the screen. Okay, there we go.
Okay, that's much better.
Well,
That
you're
is-
talking like, see, but I set it up when I was standing here.
Okay,
But
well,
if I want to make a
well,
point like, Mick is
like,
wrong,
three more.
Mick is wrong.
So I was at FrankenCon. FrankenCon was a lot of fun.
I forgot all about it.
Yeah, I'm sure that you did. But you know what the really funny thing about it was Toby got top billing over me. It was Toby. They did this big banner that says Toby with Mick Strawn and like my name is in these little tiny letters like this. And
Oh, man.
Yeah, right? It's really funny because when I walked in, I walked in and you always get to look at the whatever the venue is, they'll make banners for you, right? And I was just looking at John Dugan's banner, Nick Benson's banner, Tom Bellissimo's. I was looking at Ken Sago's banner, and as I'm walking in, it's like four people with their camera phones out were trying to surreptitiously follow me, right? So that I turn around and they'd all like as they were waiting until I saw my banner.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, see, they wanted to see the look on my face when I went, "What the hell is this?" And for a picture of me instead of a picture of me, it was a picture of Toby.
Well, I mean, that's probably a wise choice.
I'm not sure that I wouldn't have made the same decision. I mean, were I in the same place, there's a chance that knowing and seeing me, that in the long, yeah, no.
You're like a walking banner yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need a banner. I don't need a banner. I'm a lot of thing in any given building.
Well, if you go next year, you should literally wear your banner. Like, wear it. Get a T-shirt.
Is it just you, or is this banner is it just me, or is this banner amazing?
So what I want to know is if you broke anything. Like, did you start breaking furniture and cursing? Or...
Oh yeah, no, I was so pissed off. You know me. I'm a monster. Well, the thing is I've been thinking about this recently. Is that somebody said that you're an asshole in somebody's story somewhere. The funny thing about it is I can think about 10 cases where, yeah, that's absolutely 100% true.
I think that probably applies to me too. Now I think about it.
Yeah. Oh well, it's yeah. I was going to say I'm sure that you don't get away from that either. But the thing is I can name names. But you know what I was going to say is sitting right across from me at the con was a friend of mine had called and said, "Hey, I want to get into this con thing." His name's Tom Bellissimo. If you look
yes.
Right? You know Tom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Tom
We've had him on our show.
Yes, exactly. And so he's sitting right across from me, and I just love that. We were kicking stories back and forth, and we were talking about Sid and Nancy, and it was we were talking about that. He goes, didn't we do this show where we were at the top of this the stage was on the top of the 6th floor building, and we used to hear everybody coming up the elevator, because everybody would come up the freight elevator that was open. It was like the slowest elevator in the world. And I go, yeah, don't you remember when we were on the show, Sid and Nancy, and we're building up there, and we're the art department. We built the Chelsea interior of the Chelsea Hotel, and the great thing is in the morning, I remember the first morning that we're done with the set, and the rigging crews and the electricians and grips and so forth were coming in, and the British camera men in the electrical department, which was all British, they came up the elevator, and they were singing "God Save the Queen," and the elevator then went back down, and the American grip group got on, and they came up singing the Battle of New Orleans. We fired our guns, but the British kept it coming. There wasn't quite as many as there was a while ago.
Wow.
Fired them twice, and the British started running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah, that happened. You know what? That happened. Right.
I was going to say, Tom probably had a giant banner.
He did. And you know what? You know whose name was on his banner? His name.
Well, you know it's not the
Not
size of the
Toby.
banner, is it? Right?
Yeah,
It's how you use it.
yeah. It's how you.
And you shared
It's how.
yours.
Hey, it's how it waves in the wind, baby.
No, I like Tom. Are you prepared to talk about this movie?
I am prepared to talk about.
Well,
This
here's
movie.
my description. Are you ready? We did Deathgasm.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Deathgasm 2015. Here's my description. Some bored teenagers start a band and they accidentally summon a demon. That's basically the description.
That's it. I I have to say that it's there is a particular kind of film out there right now that it's kind of the grindhouse version of horror films that I kind of dig. I mean, it is so gratuitous, but I have to say the buckets of blood, the beheadings, the arms coming off, the Satan worshiping, the makeup effects, the whole thing it's taking the notch of it is so much higher than it has been. Um,
Did this not remind you of Bad Taste,
it
Evil
remind,
Dead, Dead Alive?
you know what? It reminded me a lot of Dead Alive,
Yes.
but I have to tell you, the thing is with fewer exclusive, fewer excuses for plot, right?
And that was what, 40 years ago? So, I mean, what I'm thinking is they're bringing back some stuff. They're just doing it better.
It's funny that you should mention that because it was made in New Zealand.
Yes. And it was,
Yeah.
by the way, it was directed by Jason Howden, who also did visual effects for Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings, and the 2012 Avengers movie. Which is kind of weird because this is like Bad Taste once again.
Right? Yeah.
So it's not like Lord of the Rings.
but it is so much further than that. That's the thing that's great though is I know that it was that Bad Taste was kind of was a real outlier.
It was like
time,
experimental, wasn't it? Back when they made
right?
it, right?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. You know, Bad Taste was.
It was like a bunch of high guys just messing around.
Dead again. Bad Taste. Dead again. You know, just
yeah. Was it Dead Alive or I can't remember.
Dead Alive. Yeah, Dead Alive.
This is like a more actually. I was also thinking it's like a more professional version of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing that I have to say is that I've seen these before that were not as well done.
No,
You know,
this was amazing.
This was amazingly well done, and not only was it amazingly well done, the thing that's funny is that the plot hung together through the whole thing, right?
Yeah. Well, what's great about this is beyond the gore and the horror, there's also this underlying like witty story about a guy who's just trying to fit in as an awkward teenager and, and impress the girl.
It's like, how bad can it be being an awkward teenager
who's like 30 years old? oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go.
No, he was amazing. And it was like, it also looked beyond how people look. I mean, there's one scene where it sticks in my head where he's sitting on the bench eating an ice cream cone next to the girl.
Right.
And the whole thing is just really awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not like, like, yeah.
And the funny thing is like that piece of it had this like weird touch of innocence to it, you know? And he just played with so much stuff.
And he's there with the makeup. So, I mean,
yeah.
It's just eating an ice cream.
And the makeup through it. Jeez. I mean,
and one of the guys left, came back with makeup on.
Right. And I thought that was, and you know what, that seemed like a direct jab at Kiss.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
Kiss for sure.
Put makeup on. Yeah, and then everybody absolutely noticed it. Well, why'd you go out and didn't you just waste 15 minutes doing that in the middle of this crisis? And look, it had to happen, right? Okay, but yeah, there's just so much about it that it was just so well done and so completely over the top, right?
Yeah, the story doesn't matter because this was just all I mean, it's just a silly, fun movie, and
yeah.
But there's also another story, which I mean, it's obviously making fun of bands.
But the blood looked really good, though, right?
Oh, the blood was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually like the visceral red color. Oh, it was great. It was really.
It's like you said. It's how blood should be.
That's right. It's how blood should be.
But no, the band part where the band gets together and they're fighting amongst themselves.
Right. Right. It's like that's right. I thought you knew how to play guitar.
Well, they're fighting amongst themselves about a girl instead of actually taking care of what they need to do. Fight demons that are coming at them.
Right in the middle of what is absolutely the apocalypse.
Right. I do have 4 complaints though.
Okay, go
for it. 4. Well, they're kind of silly. So one is I've complained about this before. Friday the 13th Vengeance. I think it was Death Day 2, or was it Happy? Yeah, it was Happy Death Day 2, I think it was. Where you see a 110-pound girl pick up a giant axe, and she treats it like it's a toothpick.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny because I did actually think that. I always think that in the movie. I always have to give what I call an axe allowance because axes and sledgehammers always are supposed to weigh 8 pounds, and they actually weigh like less than 16 ounces, and you
could argue that they're badasses.
Winging it like a baton and shit like that.
Like I thought it was gonna blow away.
Yeah, exactly. I'm 100% with you. We did do it on Vengeance also. It just is a thing that just happens, right?
Well, it is what it is. I mean, what I think is if you're going to pick up an axe and you're not going to do anything with it, like attack somebody, just use a real axe. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
And I just can't tell you how problematic. I just can't tell you how problematic that is. Because
if you don't point an axe at somebody you don't intend to shoot. Wait, what? How does it go?
Something like that. Well, the thing is here's a prop master giving an axe, a real axe, to an actress, an actress or actor, male, female, on a film. It's like this. Right. So,
especially a 110-pound actor or actress.
So you're not going to do anything weird. That's how I'm going to get the rubber one. That's exactly how that one goes. I'll tell you.
But it looks prettier on camera, the real one.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the axe also was really bloody in one shot. The next shot, completely clean. Anyway.
Wow.
Moving on. I mean,
you can pick that out from that film. You could pick that out from that film, really?
Oh, then I was trying to figure out how a chainsaw runs by itself, because usually they have some kind of feature where you have to hold the thing in for it to keep going.
Yeah, and it just sat there.
Unless it was divine intervention. Oh, and also the main demon. Like, the demon is supposed to be blind, yet he keeps referencing, I see you over there, and like he takes his glasses off to get a closer look at something.
No, his eyes were over here. Hey, my eyes are over here. What?
But anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. It was probably on purpose for comedy reasons. I mean, I found it funny, but it kind of confused me. It didn't really bother me. I just got confused. I said, "What is happening? It's supposed to be blind."
But I did like the fact that everybody actually did have a motivation beyond just killing each other. I mean, sure, you had to pay attention to it, but yeah, at the same time,
except for the one where he accidentally kills somebody that walks in the room and goes, "What the?"
What?
And I think he might have done that on purpose, but for no reason.
I think that there was a certain part where we were kind of lacking the logic of how you kill each other. But that's.
Oh no, it was great.
You know what? That's zombie stuff.
And I think I've seen that split in the head thing, and I think that was in Bad Taste too. I think, if I remember, not Bad Taste 2, Bad Taste also.
Bad Taste also, yes.
Where they cut the guy in half. I think I've seen that. That's right. Well, I've seen it a lot of times, but and the number 4 complaint I have. Number 4. I can't decide if I like this or because it's a campy thing, but there were a lot of throwaway shots. Like there's one that bothered me. It was the one that was inside the mouth where you see the teeth, and it was only for 2 seconds.
That was a weird shot.
But why?
Well, and let me give you the reason.
Was it just because or was it to f with the audience?
Because you could. It's every once in a while you do it. You do a whacked out shot to see if it's going to work, and then for some reason that nobody can explain, it actually gets into the final cut. Because that one, I did go.
Well, it's like watching a race car driver, and he like opens his door and he does a little tap dance and gets back in. You're like, what the f was that?
Yeah, what the hell was that? Exactly. It did kind of make you super aware of the camera. You always have to be careful of that kind of shot. A shot that's so outside of the realm of the shots that you're using that you go, well, I don't know what that was all about.
Well, there was another shot that was out of the ordinary that worked perfectly. Was where he was trying to reach for something.
Oh yeah.
That was a great shot.
That was good. Because
it built up the tension because he was trying to reach it, and he couldn't reach it.
But you're right. That one, that bothered me too. But
it doesn't matter because we both. It sounds like we both loved this one.
I just loved it. I mean, blood's just coming. It's funny because a lot of times my wife watches these ones with me, and I thought to myself, well, Deathgasm probably isn't going to be that film. And as it went along, I got about 15 minutes, and she says, "Well, were you right?" I said, "Oh yeah, no, I was absolutely right." No, I don't think that this is your movie, And as I was saying that, there was a pair of bloody tits.
Oh yeah,
across the screen. I was like, probably. I don't think that.
But it wasn't overly done. It wasn't gratuitous. It was just one scene.
Well, yeah, but then later on we get the.
Oh, I guess there were two scenes. But
yeah.
Please don't do that again. That was No, but this was gory, but for me it was campy gory. So it's not like Saw.
Oh, yeah. No.
So I found this more watchable because it was funny, body parts flying off and stuff. I mean,
yeah, there was a lot of comedy. I love that after a while it became a thing that you looked at people's feet and then you could see body parts like boom, 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 falling off and stuff like that. I thought, I was for that,
Well, there's something special about the New Zealand sensibility that's different than American.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like just the way they talk is funny, normally.
There's something, it's Taiki Waititi, thinking of what was the one that he did about World War II?
One about Hitler.
Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit, yeah.
Jojo Rabbit was only something that somebody from New Zealand could come up with, because you have to have been, you have to be able to look at things from a completely different perspective in order to even start a film where Hitler is kind of glorified at the very beginning of it, right?
And he's a goofball.
He's a goofball, yeah. and there's something about that only somebody from New Zealand could come up with, because all of them are very very proud of having their own point of view of things,
Well, Chaplin did it with the General, but it wasn't the same kind of humor.
Yeah, but he wasn't laughing at it. And that's what New Zealanders do better than anything, is their sense of mocking the rest of the world is pretty on point, I have to tell you.
Not the General. What was it? The one about Hitler that, I don't know. I'll think of it later. And I'll put it in here. The Great Dictator. That was kind of obvious.
There you go. Yeah, The Great Dictator. Right. Exactly.
Buster Keaton was the General. The New Zealanders also created one of my favorite things in the world, which was a totally different take on vampires. What We Do in the Shadows. The movie was amazing.
Right. But that's what I mean. I mean, looking at something completely completely left field and being able to make a movie about it
Yeah.
is a New Zealand thing. I mean, Meet the Feebles. Think of Meet the Feebles, right?
Meet the Feebles, yes.
I mean, that's all I have to say right there. Meet the Feebles was just such a completely whacked out film.
There was that movie we saw with was it McCarthy? The one with the puppets. Happy something. But it was Americans made it.
The one with the most amazing shot using silly string on the planet, right?
Yes. But that was Americans trying to do American humor.
To Meet the Feebles.
It didn't work.
See? And it was, I still liked it, but I like whacked out things. But as far as being a movie, as a popular movie, well, they should have stuck to doing that for 100,000.
Yeah.
So, Kurt, what would you rate this beast?
Oh. Wait, which beast? The beast I'm looking at on the screen as in Mick Strawn? I give him a 10. Stop it. No, I pretty darn high. Actually, it's funny because it was so bad it was great, and the New Zealand humor was just it's just what it is. So I give it a 4.5 probably.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going at least a 4.3. Why not a 4.5? I mean, it was. I really can't fault it for anything.
I did almost avoid it because of the title. To be honest,
almost.
I said, "What the hell is that?" And then I read the description. I'm like, "Oh." So if anybody likes metal or horror or both, this is perfect.
Yeah, I have a friend who is doing a film right now called Infernal, and he is kind of basing it very much on this film. And I have to say, I called him up after watching this and go, yeah, no, I get it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So there you go. Oh, by the way, you know who's doing the special effects for him is Joe Castro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I didn't look on. I admit I didn't really look at the credits other than the director. So I didn't do my normal research.
No, I mean for Infernal.
Oh, I thought you meant for this movie.
This movie. Yeah, I'm curious as to who did these special effects.
So
I mean, it would at this point. Back in the day, it would have been Weta, but I don't know who it would be now. Yeah.
But was this a low budget independent movie? We're talking about.
It must have been. I mean, come on. Who else would do this?
Let's see.
I've heard that like you say, this director has done a lot of stuff.
Wow. There's actually a lot of people on the credits. There's a lot of second unit directors. What was I looking for again?
What was it, right?
What was I looking for again? Oh, there's a blood. Oh, that'd be a fun job. Blood and gore technician.
Blood and gore technicians. Yeah. But they had a blood and gore technician because the blood and gore were amazing.
Yeah, there's a few people listed for special effects, but they're all in their own little categories.
Yeah, I love that they did the same thing.
So I think a lot of it was practical. It looks like there wasn't a lot.
Oh yeah, an awful lot.
I mean, obviously it was practical effects.
The twisting the head off and pulling it off, and it being just the spine as it comes out. And I go, yeah, no, I did that. That's what I got Joe to do.
Yeah.
To make it the spine, bring it out. He was like, no, I want to use organs, and I go, no. Yeah.
Which is funny because the director of this actually worked for Weta, I think.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think on Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, that would have been Weta. Yeah.
So yeah, but this is like old school stuff from what I'm seeing on the credits. It's like,
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. There was very little that wasn't practical in there. I could tell.
so there's
So
a cast driver. Mockridge was the cast driver. So is that somebody who like takes casts around? So when people break their arms, they.
this is over now.
Okay.
No, that's it. That's it. If you're gonna start sucking up with dad jokes, man, I'm gonna have to get out of here.
Well, I'm
Because
talking to all the dads out there.
hey, I can do my own dad jokes, dude. and if you ask my wife, I do.
Why don't you pull my focus like Richard Simpkins did on this movie?
I'm so out of here.
All right. Pull my focus.